veselje veliko, da imam danes priložnost tukaj, da sem z vami in da predstavim tudi nekaj svoje lastne prakse. Tako bi danes pregovorila.
Let me begin by sharing my excitement about having the opportunity to be here with you today and share with you some of my experience from medical industry.
Danes bomo predstavila nekaj možnosti, kako je idejo, strateško usmeritev ali načel vitke organizacije lahko implementirate v zdravstveno organizacijo. Saj se vsi dobro zavedamo, da je to, kadar govorimo o leanu, imamo vedno v mislih profitno organizacijo.
So my intention today is to show how the principles of a lean organization were successfully transposed into the medical arena. Because usually when we talk about lean, we always think about some profitable business.
In kako lahko po principih leana za uporabo določene tehnologije tudi v zdravstvu optimiziramo delovne procese in sicer za uporabo celne pošte in elektronskega vodenja storitev ob pacientu.
By the use of technology, actually a much better service can be provided, not only for the customers using technology and electronic system, but also to the staff, when we can use a special system of transmitting, for example, test results or samples for testing.
V prvo seveda gre najprej razumeti, ko govorimo o leanu, kaj imamo v mislih. Torej v mislih imamo predvsem težnjo po odpravljanju vseh potrat ali izgub, tako v proizvodnem kot v storitvenem procesu.
So just to remind you, what does lean really mean? We want to get rid of anything of waste, energy-wise, production-wise, within our service process.
Gre torej za strateško usmeritev organizacije, na koncu tudi zdravstvene organizacije, da začne odstranjevati vse tiste elemente in aktivnosti, ki ne ustvarjajo dodane vrednosti, če tudi to ni dobiček.
So, it is a strategic orientation of any kind of business, including the medical, hospital activities, in order to get rid of all excess activities that do not create an added value, including profit.
Zavedamo se, da tudi v zdravstvu moramo začeti razmišljati drugače. Uspeti moramo in ne le preživeti in porabiti moramo manj, da naredimo več.
Even in our medical profession, we're aware of the necessity to start thriving, not just surviving. We want to create more with less.
Preprosto, temeljna ideja vitke organizacije je ta, da nam pomaga prepoznati tudi v zdravstvenih inštitucijah vse procese dela in korake. Moramo videti, kaj delamo in kam gremo in kako hodimo.
We have to see what we are doing, where we are going and how we are walking in that direction. And this also goes for assessing any kind of medical institution.
In prepoznati moramo razlike med tistimi procesi, ki nam povečujejo vrednost in med tistimi, ki nas ogrožajo oziroma ogrožajo našo kakovost.
So we need to look at the processes, on one hand, those who will support our activities, and on the other hand, those activities who threaten us, who lead into lack of success.
Dajmo si predstavljati, da so razmere v zdravstvu take kot tukaj na sliki in naša dolžnost je, da previdno izpeljamo vse procese, da naši pacienti preživijo.
Let us now imagine that the situation in our hospital is just like the picture on screen. Now it is our job to make sure that every process runs smoothly and that our patients, of course, survive.
Torej, naša naloga je, da najprej prepoznamo, kje imamo izgube.
So it is our job to first of all assess and see where the losses are.
Kje imamo motnje, kje ugotavljamo, da okolje ni najbolje urejeno.
Where the disturbances are, where we can see that our environment is not the best.
Kje nam manjkajo resursi.
Where we lack resources.
Ali so naše naloge dovolj jasno določene, da vemo kdo, kje, kaj in kako.
Are our tasks clearly defined, so we know who, where, when is doing what?
Ali imamo jasne zahteve.
Do we have clear demands?
Ali morda nimamo pretiranih zahtev po nekih zapiskih, po nekih analizah, evidencah, ki potem na koncu ugotovimo, da ničemu ne služijo.
Is it possible that we're asking our staff and placing demands on them to submit reports, write things that at the end of the day serve nothing?
In še, kar je izredno pomembno, določeni procesi dela, ki se izvajajo tik ob pacientu, so bistveno bolje prepoznani kot tisti, ki so nekje na drugem kraju, kjer izredno težko prepoznamo, ki izgubljamo.
And one more thing, it is much easier to assess our activities when we are by the patient rather than somewhere in a distant arena.
Zato se moramo prizadevati, da imamo ta prave procese, ki kajti le-ti dajejo prave rezultate.
So we need to make sure our processes are the right ones, bearing the right results.
Kontinuiran proces pomeni to, da prepoznamo vse tiste korake v procesu dela, oziroma tiste aktivnosti, ki najpogosteje čakajo.
A continuous process means that within the process we have very little time of waiting where nothing actually is achieved.
Procesi morajo biti pretočni, to pomeni, da povezujejo sodelavce, ki tako lažje in hitreje odkrivajo probleme, jih rešujejo in preprečujejo nastanek konfliktov.
The flow of processes means that we have included all the employees and there is no conflict. In other words, that the problems are resolved without creating conflict.
In da so procesi pravi, torej moramo uvajati taka orodja, da prevzamejo odgovornost tisti delavci, na ravni katerih se delo opravlja in prav oni morajo nenehno predlagati in izpeljati izboljšave.
Therefore, tools have to be introduced in order for the employees to be responsible for what they're supposed to do. So they are actually the ones who are the right people to ask about their suggestions to make improvements.
In seveda vsak najprej vpraša, kaj moramo postoriti. Pomembno, kar je, spremeniti moramo filozofijo vodenja.
And of course, one would always wonder what needs to be done. And it's very important to, first of all, change the philosophy of management, of leadership.
In če v proizvodnji daje ritem kupec, mora v zdravstveni organizaciji ritem dajati pacient.
So in production, the rhythm is dictated by the customer. So in medical profession, it is always the patient.
In kako lahko to dosežemo? Spostaviti moramo proces stalnih izboljšav.
How can this be achieved? By introducing a system of permanent improvements.
Biti moramo samokritični.
We need to be self-critical.
Vprašati in pogledati moramo, če smo svoje delo opravili dovolj dobro.
We need to check and see if our work has been done correctly.
Za morebitne napake moramo takoj oblikovati ukrepe, da jih ne bi kasneje ponavljali.
With the mistakes that have been made, instantly the measures have to be introduced so that we avoid making the same mistakes again.
In kako pristopamo k uvajanju sprememb in graditvi glin? Kako smo pristopili prvim korakom v naši bolnišnici?
So how did we tackle this in our hospital?
Osredotočili smo se na to, da izhajamo iz dejstva, da je pacient tisti, ki je voznik vseh procesov.
We focused on the mere fact that it is the patient who drives all the processes.
Ustvarjamo okolje, da se zaposleni čutijo varne.
We want to create an environment for all employees to feel safe.
Da se vključujejo v izboljšave.
So that they join the process of improvements.
In da pogledajo in da vidijo priložnosti v vsakem trenutku, kjer lahko izboljšamo organizacijo dela, kakovost in varnost pacienta.
See an opportunity to improve the situation, the quality and the safety of the patient.
Aha, okay. Yeah, okay. Aj, že konc. Okay. En filmček imam, lahko zavrtimo. Torej, še gremo proti koncu. Želeli bi vam predstaviti, kako pa z uporabo določene tehnologije lahko optimiziramo delovne procese.
So just a quick presentation in a film, how technology can be used to optimize the processes.
V naši bolnišnici smo za hitrejšo pretočnost med posameznimi procesi začeli uporabljati celno pošto in sicer med bolnišničnimi oddelki, laboratorijem, da pošiljamo izvide, različno pošto, tako da smo torej komunikacijo pospešili.
So you can see how communication between different departments got really accelerated in our hospital when we're really just sending the messages, including test results, as well as samples for testing through the pipes. And now this communication upstairs, downstairs, and between departments is much, much faster.
Povezali, torej, če lahko samo omenim, skrajšali smo čas komunikacije od prejšnjih poprečnih 10 minut na 2 sekundi.
We shortened, oh my God, this is amazing, ladies and gentlemen, we shortened our communication time from 10 minutes to 2 seconds.
Prešli smo tudi na evidentiranje storitev elektronsko v bolnišnični sobi o pacientu, kjer evidentiramo skupaj 7 storitev.
Elektronsko imate to?
Elektronsko.
You're a miracle hospital. We have electronic record keeping by the bed of each patient, including as much as 7 individual pieces of information. A ste že to slišali, da kje obstaja? Okay.
Tako zagotavljamo, da z enkratnim vnosom zabeležimo naše delo, naše postopke, hkrati pa imamo dobro sledljivost, kdo, kje, kaj, komu, za zagotavljanje varnosti, varne obravnave naših pacientov in na koncu tudi zaposlenih.
So this makes it possible for us to keep records really quickly, and traceability of all of these records are ensured. There's only one entry into the system by one person, and then information can be transmitted in a split second, which also ensures traceability and better quality of our work. This is fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Is this everywhere in Slovenia? No. No. Congratulations, madam.